There are a lot of good billionaires out there that have been with Democrats who share our values, and we will take their money, but we're not taking money from those bad billionaires.
Ken Martin, the gentleman at the start of this video explaining that the Democrat Party will continue to take money from whom he deems good billionaires, has been roundly lambasted by social fascists and liberal poser socialists. Predictably, these so-called socialists complain that the very concept of a billionaire is inherently bad. Allowing one individual to amass such wealth in the face of staggering global human needs, they argue, is obscene. And of course, we can always count on Bernie Sanders and his Instagram-savvy disciple, AOC, to repeat their favorite mantra: billionaires should not exist. Balderdash. Now let me be clear, I am not standing the chairman of the DNC. Yet I agree with him on one fundamental point: good billionaires exist, and not just in theory. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into how billionaires, when properly harnessed by a strong Marxist-Leninist state, preferably a monarchist one, can serve a crucial role in a socialist society. Unlike Western billionaires, whose only social contributions are decadence and cultural subversion, the People's Republic of China has discovered a better way. By keeping their billionaires on a tight leash and ensuring their wealth serves the interests of the state, they have strengthened both their productive forces and, dare I say, the very spirit of the proletariat. If you're tired of the same recycled takes from mainstream socialists and liberal posers, then this is the channel for you. Here we dive deep into contradictions, complexities, and hard truths that others are too afraid to touch. If you found this analysis thought-provoking or even infuriating, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Hit the like button to help push this content past the algorithm's gatekeepers, and drop a comment below. Whether you agree, disagree, or just want to add to the discussion, every interaction helps challenge the dominant narratives and keeps this conversation alive. And if you know someone who needs to hear this perspective, share the video and help spread the message. Under the leadership of the Communist Party, China went from being a colonized backwater to a world power. Though too plebeian for this monarcho-communist taste, Mao Zedong's contributions to Marxist-Leninist theory are undeniable. Although he was very much a Marxist, Mao demonstrated that one of Karl Marx's core ideas was incorrect. A proletariat is not actually necessary to achieve socialism. Workers do not need to play a leading role. The socialist project is not one of self-emancipation, but rather one in which the proletariat is liberated by the most capable, fit, and dedicated revolutionaries. The key is to arm a large number of people. As Mao himself said, political power grows out of the barrel of a gun. It does not matter which class leads the revolution: workers, peasants, the petite bourgeoisie, or even patriotic capitalists. Speaking of patriotic capitalists, the PRC has no shortage of them. According to a 2024 Forbes report, in a country of about 1.4 billion people, there are 473 billionaires in China. Undoubtedly, this wealth has trickled down to the masses. With its policy of utilizing capitalists to serve the state, the PRC has made incredible strides in life expectancy and has lifted hundreds of millions out of poverty, a fact applauded by both Marxist-Leninists and neoliberals alike. And if you even think about being a corrupt capitalist in China, you better think twice. The PRC executes bad capitalists. All Marxist-Leninists support this because we think the death penalty is dope and based, and every Chinese worker is in a union. China has the highest union density in the world. This means their unions are highly effective and their workplaces are thriving. People who pearl clutch about suicide nets and 996 are undoubtedly just jealous of the success of the Chinese national bourgeoisie. Now I can hear the nattering nabobs of narratism whining already. But what about inequality? Isn't that bad? And indeed, the PRC is an unequal society. But while pseudo-socialists castigate communist societies for their inequality, Marxist-Leninists embrace it. Inequality is only bad when practiced by decadent societies, especially the Great Satan. Inequality under communism is a net positive. Think about it. Would you want your country and its means of production run by a bunch of burger flippers and blue-haired Starbucks baristas? Absolutely not. Society runs best when a specialized social stratum, preferably one from a royal house, is entrusted with the proletariat's best interests. So why do people, even supposed leftists, criticize the Chinese workers' state? Well, I think it's obvious: racism. Anyone who has a problem with the Chinese government is a raging bigot. Full stop. You're just a Western imperialist who wants China to return to being a balkanized colony for the decadent West. For shame. As any MAGA monarcho-communist will tell you, bourgeois rights like free speech are lies. I'm tired of other Marxist-Leninists trying to claim that China does have free speech. It doesn't, and that's a good thing. People who don't like communism and want to give the CCP guff can just leave the country. Communism, love it or leave it. Workers do not need bourgeois rights of speech, assembly, or association when their socialist state provides for their needs so well. In fact, anyone who objects to the conduct of a true socialist state is probably a fascist who should be repressed anyway. So as a MAGA monarcho-communist, I applaud the efforts of socialist nations that put their good billionaires before the gripes of sniveling Western liberals. And if necessary, I would support a truly communist bourgeoisie over all other social classes. In this scenario, I would proudly declare, all power to the patriotic national bourgeoisie,